On July 5th, 2025, just after the fireworks celebrating America's Independence Day had faded, Elon Musk, the richest billionaire in the universe, once again made the world look up and scratch its head. On his own X platform, he solemnly declared, "Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom." A third political party was born not to divide America, but according to Musk, to rescue the country from two parties that monopolize the political operating system. Within just a few hours of the announcement, a wave of controversy quickly erupted in the media and social networks. Public opinion was deeply divided over the question: will the emergence of a third party led by a technology entrepreneur really open a new direction for American democracy? Or is it just a symbolic move in an increasingly polarized political context? And of course, the most severe reaction came from the person who was once considered an ally of Elon Musk, current President Donald Trump. In an official statement on the Truth Social platform, Trump called Musk's initiative absurd, linked it to a train wreck. The event was immediately brought to the front page of many major media outlets such as Reuters, The Guardian, Al Jazeera, and attracted special attention in the context of the 2026 midterm congressional elections that are starting to kick off. The relationship that was once considered a strategic ally between a president and a billionaire has now officially broken down. How is the relationship between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump up to today? Welcome back to Gossip Podcast. Don't focus on politics. Today's podcast only has realistic and interesting perspectives on American society.
If you are a regular follower of social media, you probably know that before the tension broke out, the relationship between Elon Musk and Donald Trump was considered one of the rare power alliances between traditional politics and the technology world. During the 2024 election campaign, Elon Musk, who at that time still denied any political ambitions, quietly became one of Donald Trump's biggest donors. According to Reuters and the New York Post, Musk contributed nearly $300 million through super political action committees, creating a huge financial resource that contributed to Trump's victory in the second presidential election. Musk did not stop at money. After his re-election, Trump announced the establishment of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, a new agency with the goal of streamlining the government apparatus. Elon Musk was appointed as special advisor for government effectiveness, a non-cabinet position that has a clear influence on technology and administrative decisions. This was seen by the media as a sign of the increasingly deep influence of the technology industry on the White House power apparatus. However, at the time, there were also many newspapers warning about the so-called dangerous relationship between technology capital and executive power, especially when Musk did not have an official position in the cabinet, but deeply interfered in national policy decisions. Some experts commented that this relationship was a political marriage of convenience, difficult to sustain if there were disagreements about strategy or reputation. And as expected, less than 6 months after taking office, this close relationship broke down, causing the press to shift from a tone of praise to analysis, skepticism, and even sarcasm about the breakdown of the Trump-Musk alliance. Since May, the relationship between Trump and Musk has been a roller coaster of uneasy alliances and sharp confrontations, a volatile power dynamic playing out on America's political stage. The simmering tensions between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump finally erupted into a public war of words, where the two most influential figures in America not only argued over policies, but also openly personalized the conflict with language rarely seen in politics. The spark was ignited on May 2025 when Musk began criticizing Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, calling it fiscally irresponsible and warning it could harm U.S. innovation. This is a package of legislation that includes massive tax cuts for businesses, but also expands federal spending on an unprecedented scale. The package was described by Trump as the most beautiful gift to the American middle class, but economists estimate it will add $3 to $5 trillion to the national debt over the next 10 years. Tensions escalated when Musk resigned from DOGE in late May, citing disagreements over spending and subsidies. In June 2025, Musk posted fiery critiques on X, calling Trump's bill a disgusting abomination and claiming it would lead to debt slavery. Trump fired back during a press briefing, suggesting Musk's outburst was because he would lose EV tax credits. On Truth Social, Trump escalated the feud. He wrote, "Elon is ungrateful, unstable, and we may cut every Tesla and SpaceX deal." Musk responded, "Without me, Trump would have lost. And yes, check the Epstein logs." The White House even hinted at reviewing federal contracts involving Musk's companies. Surprisingly, in mid-June, tensions eased briefly. Musk expressed regret over the tone of his posts, saying he had gone too far emotionally. Meanwhile, Trump acknowledged the apology but did not back down on policy threats. But all efforts to mend the relationship have ultimately failed. Everything exploded after President Trump signed the One Big Beautiful Bill into law in a high-profile ceremony at the White House on Independence Day. The law included sweeping tax cuts, aggressive government spending, and reductions in EV subsidies. On the X platform, Musk posted a series of articles criticizing the law as bankrupting the country. On July 5th, Musk launched a high-engagement poll on X right after the One Big Beautiful Bill was signed. The poll asked users whether the U.S. should take on a national debt of more than $40 trillion for short-term political gain. The referendum attracted more than $1.2 million participants in 48 hours, with an overwhelming result. More than 65% opposed the Trump administration's legislative package. And on July 6th, Musk officially launched the America Party, vowing to challenge both major parties and restore fiscal responsibility.
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
On Truth Social post, he wrote, "I am saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past 5 weeks." On July 1st, Trump criticized Musk on Truth Social, stating, "Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far, and without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa." Later, when asked by reporters about deporting Musk, Trump responded, "I don't know, we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon." Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Elon Musk's announcement of a third political party, the America Party, has not only sent shockwaves through the political world, but also had immediate repercussions on global financial markets. In less than 24 hours since the announcement, on July 5th, 2025, Tesla shares fell 6 to 8%. Investors sold off in droves, concerned that Musk, who serves as CEO not only of Tesla, but also of SpaceX, Neuralink, and XAI, is seriously distracted by political ambitions. According to Investopedia data, this is Tesla's worst decline since early 2023, especially in the context of the market expecting a line of autonomous robo-taxis and a new generation of EVs to be launched later this year. Business Insider commented, "Musk's departure from the tech orbit to enter the political orbit is creating a noise zone on investors' radar. Large funds such as Azoria Capital, which holds more than $2 billion in Tesla shares, have officially sent a letter to the company's board of directors asking the company to ensure that the CEO separates his executive work from his political campaign." Prominent fund manager Scott Bessent, a former economic advisor to Trump, commented on The Guardian that Tesla cannot be the leader in the electric vehicle industry and the name caught in the middle of a power struggle in Washington at the same time. However, the impact of the establishment of the America Party goes beyond the economy or the stock market. Political analysts warn that Elon Musk's creation of a new political party could cause a vote split on the right. According to Reuters, if the America Party wins just 5% of the vote, in swing states like Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin, which used to lean Republican, it would be enough to tip the balance of power to the Democrats, an anonymous strategist told Politico. "We don't mind Elon Musk becoming a politician, but we are afraid that he will make Trump lose the election even if he doesn't run for president." After the heated rhetoric and market shock, many experts have begun to analyze the real goal behind Elon Musk's decision to form the America Party. According to Reuters, Musk does not aim to become president, at least not yet. Instead, Elon Musk's America Party may focus on a few key congressional seats, about 2 or 3 seats in the Senate and 8 to 10 seats in the House, to create significant influence in close votes. But what makes politicians more uneasy is not the tactics, but the growing role of technology capital in American politics. But Musk is the first to create a party of his own, with his own media, public opinion, and data. From a social perspective, this sets a precedent. It is possible for an individual, if rich enough, famous enough, and with control of the media infrastructure, to change the political landscape without a traditional party. However, the US two-party system is not easily disrupted. For over 160 years, every attempt to create a third party has failed, from Ross Perot's Reform Party to the Libertarian, Green, or No Labels Party. But this time, the risk is that the fragmentation within the Republican Party, due to the Trump-Musk conflict, could lead to conservatives being divided over their core message, portion of young and independent voters leaving the two-party system, and thus creating electoral chaos where no party is strong enough to dominate, leading to policy gridlock. The rift between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk is not just a personal war of words, but a microcosm of a larger tug-of-war between political interests, financial power, and the growing role of business in public life. Are we witnessing a test of loyalty within the Republican Party, or the emergence of a new political order where those with capital, platform, and data can challenge both major parties with a party of their own? What are your thoughts on this? Leave a comment and let us know. Goodbye, and see you in the next podcast.